Donald Trump just got politically outmaneuvered again. In what can only be described as a checkmate moment, Congress has turned his own shutdown strategy against him. And the fallout? Millions of struggling Americans caught in the crossfire while Trump's chaos economy crumbles in real time. Let's unpack how we got here and why this latest move could mark the beginning of the end for Trump's so-called leadership. The government shutdown is no longer a political talking point. It's a humanitarian disaster. And the Trump administration just made it worse with one stunning appeal to the Supreme Court.
So as we started the show talking about, late tonight, the Trump administration asked the Supreme Court to immediately pause a federal judge's ruling that required the administration to fully fund SNAP for the month of November. And we just got word from the Supreme Court that they have granted the Trump administration's request. There are nearly 42 million Americans that rely on the SNAP program. Most of them, as I started the show talking about, children, seniors, or people with disabilities, families across the country. And while multiple states have already sent out some SNAP benefits to some of those people, and I'm not sure how they can be pulled back, hopefully they can't be, SNAP benefits are staggered. So some people get them on the 1st of the month, some on the 2nd, or the 3rd, or even the 28th. Every state distributes benefits differently. And even within states, the day one person gets their benefits is often different from when another person will. So even though some people may have already received this month's benefits, this decision is going to have an impact, an immediate one, on the lives of millions, if not tens of millions of Americans.
That's 42 million Americans, families, veterans, children, left hanging because Trump's team wanted a political win over human survival. It's not a shutdown strategy. It's economic warfare on the working class. Even Republicans in Congress can't hide from the reality anymore. This shutdown is Trump's mess and his alone. Democrats are trying to govern. Republicans are trying to score points.
Mr. President, the cause of this shutdown is not complicated. For the first time in ever, the majority party in the Senate, which needs 60 votes to pass a budget, is refusing to negotiate. It is their way or the highway, take it or leave it. We got the majority. We're not talking to you, despite the fact that they only have 53 votes. And to make this situation even more absurd and to show the American people the contempt in which the Republicans hold for negotiations and democracy, you got a Speaker of the House who has now given his members a 6-week paid vacation. Country is in the midst of a major crisis. Republican members of the House are nowhere to be seen. They're on a paid vacation. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about whether Republicans are willing to negotiate, I don't know what will.
While federal workers line up at food banks, the so-called party of responsibility is on vacation, literally. And here's where the real twist hits. Democrats just pulled off a strategic move that corners Trump completely. They've tied reopening the government to something Republicans claim to care about: healthcare affordability. That means if Republicans block it, they're admitting they don't care about working families.
Flights available.
I am absolutely crashing out over the fact that I have to change my flight or else I do not know if I'm going to get home.
Food pantries are so overwhelmed tonight. There's so much demand and not enough supply.
With the government being shut down and my husband not being paid.
We're going to have double the families, but the donations are down across the board because of uncertainty.
I went to the food bank for the first time ever.
I feel like a failure because I can't feed all my children.
We're back with our guest, Jason. That's how it's playing out while Democrats are telling the government and really the public if the new offer is if you'll just do a year of health care and we can deal with the debate later, we can reopen everything. Your view?
I mean, from a messaging standpoint, as cold as that may sound, it's a brilliant move by Chuck Schumer, and I don't think anyone has uttered that sentence in months. I mean, this puts this squarely on the shoulders of the Republican Party that they're not willing to reopen the government just to fund health care for a year. It's literally kicking the can down the road until the midterm elections. But all right, I think that the deeper issue is this. This kind of economic disruption isn't going to be magically solved, even if the government were to reopen next week. You've got people who are behind in bills. You've got people who are going to start getting eviction notices. You've got people who can't pay tuition. This is a crisis in the making, and a crisis that's been ongoing by the Republican Party. The Democrats have a better idea. They have a better position, and Trump is leading his party to ruin.
Democrats just trapped Trump in a no-win scenario. Either he reopens the government and admits defeat, or he doubles down and destroys what's left of the Republican brand. This is Trump's legacy: empty grocery shelves, unpaid workers, children going hungry, and the middle class one paycheck away from disaster. And yet, while Americans suffer, he's bragging about loyalty tests and campaign rallies. It's the same story every time: chaos, cruelty, collapse. But now Democrats have flipped the board. By linking reopening the government to healthcare protections, they've turned Trump's favorite weapon, division, into his greatest vulnerability. For years, Trump has treated governing like a reality show, but this week proves something he's never understood. Politics isn't entertainment when people can't eat. The shutdown has revealed who's fighting for families and who's fighting for headlines. And as polls shift and food banks overflow, Americans are waking up to the truth. Trump's shutdown isn't a negotiating tactic, it's a betrayal. The question now is simple: how much longer will Republicans let him drag the country and their party down with him? If you believe working families deserve better than this chaos, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and drop a comment below. Do you think Democrats can keep up the pressure and force Trump to back down? Let's talk about it and keep fighting to reclaim a government that actually